Hello, chat. Damn, I got like a bruise on my leg. I'm fucked up. Hello, chat. On time? I'm always on time. I don't know what you're talking about. Astra is always on time. Kiltstra? Yes, I'm wearing a very manly kilt today. Chat, what do you think of the new intro? I just like threw it together last minute. That's why I was like 10 minutes late to start the stream, is because I was just frantically trying to fix the countdown. There isn't, I don't know why, but like the browser, like on OBS, you're supposed to add a browser source. So it's like the chat's not working because the browser source broke, and I don't know why. So none of the chat box is working. It's more shit that I had to fix. Don't know why it's broken, but I'll figure it out. However, I just added a video, a countdown that I stole from YouTube. So now the countdown works at least. Fit check? Okay. I gotta reorientate the fit camera. Hello. Excuse me, Moogie. Moogie, I gotta move this chair. Good check. Die, Moogie. Is that on my headphones? Oh. Waste confirmed. Lemoog. Lemoogle. Hello, Lemoogle. She's in a licking mood today. She's been licking my arms all day. I don't know why. Where did you find a red crop top? Where did I find one? Oh, I don't know. Anywhere. The walls. I have like a bajillion of them. Is the clef in Astra's chin more pronounced, or is it just me? I think it's just you. That's a way to make me self-conscious, goddamn. Moogie lick. Look at this little cat. She's such a stinker. You're such a little stinky cat. Hey, Moogie. Look at this little kitty cat. She likes his head scritches. The Astra uniform, of course. Can confirm Astra does indeed have a chin. This is true, I do have a chin. Moogie confirmed. Moogie also has a chin. See, look at her chin. Ow. Look at her chin. She won't let me show it, but she's got a chin. Too much cuteness. You should know by now that you're on top of the cute trans streamers by now, Astra. Am I on top of the? I'm on top tier of the cute trans streamers. Am I? Am I a top tier cute trans streamer? I don't know how many really like trans streamers there really are. I feel like there's not a lot. I mean, I feel like at least in the femboy space, I feel like we haven't gotten any new blood in the femboy space that are like any top tier, you know, femboys. You know what I mean? It's like I haven't seen another top tier femboy in the femboy streamer space in a minute. Granted, if there was a new one, I'd probably be jealous. So, you know, it's probably good. I should be thankful. What is your prawn star name? The name of your first pet plus the name of the street you grew up on? That would have been Winston. Wait, no. What would have been? I think I'm trying to remember my first pet, because like my first like real pet was Puck, right? She was like my first real, but I had a hamster. I had a hamster named Drake when I was like really young. I'm trying to remember if that was my first pet or not. Hello, Ginerva. Hello. I think because I had these two finches when I was really young called Freezer Burnt and Popsicle. Those were its names, and that's because one was like, looked like he was burnt, so I named him Freezer Burnt for some reason. So it's either that or the hamster I had named Drake. So it's either Winston Drake or Winston Freezer Burnt. Winston Drake sounds like oh, what is your name? My name is Winston Drake. That sounds like a distinguished name. Winston fucking Freezer Burnt. Winston Popsicle. Hey, welcome to my prawn channel. My name is Winston Popsicle. How many of these how many of these did you pull up, Lenny and Pet Too Hard? I don't think any, like, but all of them died like normal pet ways. Like the hamster, I think he just got old and then he died. He used to put like a bunch of like the bedding that I had in his cage in his wheel, and he used to like pack that shit in his wheel, and he would still fucking run on the wheel while it was full of like substrate. And so it would just, I think he died because he overexerted himself like trying to move this wheel. But he was also like super old, so I mean he lived a good couple of years. And then I also had yeah, those two birds, they lasted a good bit too. I don't remember when they died. But it's like, you know, my mom and my sister were like proper like bird people, so they knew how to like take care of them. So it's not like they didn't get taken care of or anything. Did a cat eat the hamster? No. The hamster was before I had any of the cats. We had a cat when I was a kid. His name was Chocolate Chip, and he was a very grumpy cat. He was very mean. He got ran over by my dad when he was a kitten. And so all of his guts spilled out. And so, my dad thought he was gonna die, so he left him outside all night, just thinking he would die. In the morning, he wasn't dead, so they took him to the vet. And I'm like, I kind of feel bad for that cat. I kind of haven't forgiven my dad for that, because that's fucked up. That shit is fucked up! Like, if you run over your fucking family cat, you shouldn't just leave it there, assuming it's gonna die. Like, that's so fucking, like, God. No wonder that cat was mean when he was older, man. Like, shit. Thanks for the nightmares. Like, honestly, fuck, dude. I was like 3 years old, 4 years old when this happened, so I, like, couldn't process it. But it was like, why? Why would you... Like, when I got older and I learned that happened, I was like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, goddamn. Your dad's fucking track record frickin' sucks. Yeah. I do feel bad because I forgot about Father's Day yesterday and I didn't call him because I totally forgot. But you know what? It's his fault for running over the family cat. Just when I think I couldn't be shocked anymore. Boomer parents are the worst. He's not a boomer, he's Gen X, but he's kind of like a boomer Gen X. I don't know, he's definitely like got boomer vibes. I don't want to talk too much shit about him though. I feel like that's not fair. I didn't call my dad either. Yeah, I should have. I probably should have, honestly, but oops. Astra had a bad Father's Day. It's not that I had a bad Father's Day, I just forgot. Like, I just totally, like, I was planning on calling him. Because, you know, I try, you know, I try, but I forgot. I totally forgot. I was like, I was like 2 in the morning this morning, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I forgot to call too, Lamau, yeah. Hope you can reconcile one day. I hope so too, but that's more on him. It's like a him thing. He's going through like a, you know, I'm not gonna talk. Last time I talked too much about him, I regretted it, so I'm not gonna talk anymore about him. I'm not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. He is He is not a bad person. I'm not gonna say anymore. You're very good at forgetting. I am. But like, I got my mom a present for Mother's Day, but I didn't do anything for my dad, which is a little bit, like, sad. It's a little sad. It's a little sad. Let's move on. Astra, something I'm not shocked. Astra forgot something. Why did you regret it? I don't want to talk about it, Cuddle Bear. First Father's Day with my pops, but I called my grandmother husband. I don't call him grandpa, but I do see him as a father figure. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you should just always call, like, who you view your father figure as, you know what I mean? Like, being a father is more about, more than just biology, right? When is the Neglected and Children's Day, right? When is the Neglected and Abused Children's Day? That's what I'm wondering. God, you can't read? What do you mean I can't fucking read? Listen, it's hard. The chat's all the way over there. I have to read it. Astra can compartmentalize like the best Mormons out there? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Fuck, dude. Anyway, chat. How was your guys' Father's Day? Oh. She already, like, scratched the shit out of my leg once today, chat. I don't know if you can... You can't, but... There's a huge scratch on my leg right there. She already got me once today. Oh, is that it? You just wanted your box, Moogie, huh? You didn't want to snuggle anymore? You just want your box? She's the best here, though. She really tries. Astra, a Mormon, you say? Have we checked the partner for 3 missing Legos? The apartment for the... Have you checked the apartment for missing Lego sets? Fuck it. I haven't caught up on that. I was vaguely into that story, and I lost in... I didn't... up on it recently. I need to do a proper recap. Oh, fuck, I unfocused. Motherfucker. Mine did too. I'm sorry to hear that, Tracy. Yeah. I never looked into the Lego story at all. It's really fucking fucked. It's like very obviously corrupt police doing horrible shit to people. It was really bad. It's just like the... Oh, thank you, Tess, for getting this up to Feminine Boy Blue. It's literally like this old guy had his like retirement in Legos, like $200,000 worth of Legos, and he was consigning it at this Bricks and Minifig store. And Bricks and Minifigs was the biggest like Lego store thing you could go and get stuff at, and so he was consigning it there. So his whole collection was at the store on consignment, but it was still his, and they were just selling him for him, right? So what the store did, once they found out they had this huge collection at the store, they changed ownership of the store and then basically took all of his Legos. And they just said, hey, all these Legos that you had here that you were consigning with us, they're ours now. And so when they tried to sue, basically this guy, this poor dude, had this YouTuber take notice of that, and then this YouTuber helped him sue Bricks and Minifigs. But then what ensued was basically because Bricks and Minifigs is highly integrated with the Mormon church in Utah, and so is the police. Basically, the police went on like a harassment campaign of this YouTuber to the point where he had to flee the country or be arrested. And it was all fucked. It was all like literally just like the most corrupt fucking shit. Like the police officers involved went to the same like Mormon school as like the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs. It's fucked. And like the company Bricks and Minifigs, they doubled down like 4 or 5 times. They're just like, nah. Like, at a certain point, it blew up, and everyone started shitting on them, and like, we're not gonna we're gonna boycott this company now. You've ruined your company because you tarnished your name. As you basically said, yeah, we're the company that steals $200,000 from an old person. We're just gonna do that. Like, how, in what world is stealing $200,000 worth it when it tarnishes your company? That company is ruined. Like, they've lost millions because of it. So at what point do you not just say it's not worth $200,000 worth of Legos? It's fucked up. It's so fucked up. Where did the YouTuber live? The Mormon church is powerful, but not that powerful outside of Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho. You'd be surprised, but I'm not sure where he lived. When the cops normally just say, hey, this looks like a civil matter, and peace out. It was really bad. They executed like a bad warrant on his home and like raided his house. It was like really bad. Reckless Ben was accused of being on heroin, stealing Legos. He was accused of being on heroin, stealing the Legos himself, and was hit with a RICO lawsuit. It was even after $200,000 after you account for the sets that had already been sold. Dude. They literally silenced Ben with a lawsuit. It's nuts. It's like so crazy. They literally stole the money, threatened him with so much legal shit off of bad legal stuff that he literally just couldn't do anything about it, and they got fucked. It's like, yeah, for like big Lego company steals $200,000 from an old man, then totally righteously fucks the guy who tries to help him with it. It's unbelievable, dude. It's like, I don't like Utah now as a whole. Like, I feel like you know, if I was ever like thinking about moving to Utah, which I wasn't, but like if I ever would, now Utah's on my list of I'm never moving here, because that shit's fucked, bro. What country do we live in where this is like something that we can do? This is fucked up. I probably would have sold for 50K. Company's finished now. Yeah, but how much money do you think that company lost, right? How much money do you think that, like, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs lost because he decided that he wanted to steal some old guy's Lego collection? Like, what? Where is the thought process that this guy's like, yep, we need to double down on this one? Where does, like, I feel like at that point you should have just been like, give them the money. No, don't just give them the money. Give them $1 million. Just give it to him. And then issue a complete public apology. That's how you fix this. That's how you fucking fix this. Give that guy $3 million and fucking, like, drop all charges, completely, like, bow and, like, prostrate yourself in front of, like, society so you can apologize. Otherwise, no one's ever gonna fucking use Bricks and Minifigs ever again. Like, I didn't even know that much about Lego, but I know Bricks and Minifigs is a shitty company. She can't believe you were even considering Utah in the first place, considering other stuff. I mean, I wasn't considering Utah. I just, like, my thing about Utah is it has palm trees and mountains in very select parts of it. So it's like, it is on the list of places I could have moved, right? Because remember, chat, my moving credentials, it has to have either palm trees, mountains, or both. It has to have one or the other. If you don't have palm trees or mountains, I don't want any of it. There are, like, I think George, Utah, is what it's called. There are some places where you can see mountains and palm trees in Utah, and it's actually pretty cool. But they have a southern small town police department. Looks like paragon of good conduct and honesty. Yeah. So you diversify savings and don't store it all in one place, either a single stock, you know, or Legos. Georgia, Utah, the first president of Utah. Oh, shit. First president of Utah? Why do they have a president? God damn it. Let's see here. St. George, that's the place that I'm looking for. So it's like you kind of get like Southern Utah kidney. You get mountains over there, and you see there's palm trees right there, and there are mountains like over there. So you kind of get both. They're not like major mountains or anything like that. You know, you're not gonna You're not gonna be like... Oh, I see. No, there are major mountains over there. So you got like actual mountains and palm trees. See, look at it. Palm tree, mountain. See? So Utah automatically is on the list of places I could move because of that fact. But yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't, especially after all that shit, dude. I don't know. Look how pretty that is, though. And there are less palm trees here. It's like one of the things I like about Florida is there's tons of palm trees. There isn't nearly as much here as there would be. But, like, you still have them. They are around. They're kind of the scraggly kind of palm trees. They're not the big, luscious ones that we have in Florida, but... And this is pretty, though. Utah is not next to sea, though. Yeah, I don't care. I don't necessarily go to the ocean that often. I do like water, though. Too many Mormons. Wyoming has mountains. Yeah, Wyoming has mountains, and it's definitely, I have 10K worth of Lego, but I built a display, and it says they are not monastery investments. Bought them for built them fun. You have 10K worth of Legos? Damn. Damn, that's a big-ass collection. Do you have the Aventador from Star Wars? That's all I really care about. Astra, what is your second favorite type of tree? Probably a pine tree. There are a significant number of Mormons in Astra's home state of Iowa. There are, dude! My brother used to date a fucking Mormon. They're crazy, dude! Colorado, lots of beautiful mountains. I love Colorado. Colorado is like one of my favorite states. I love Colorado. Me and my family used to go to Colorado every other year. And I love Colorado. Colorado Springs is so fucking gorgeous. If you ever, like, want to go to Colorado Springs. It's very good. Colorado also has very lax gun laws. Now that is where you are wrong, my friend. Colorado has not lax gun laws. In fact, this gun right here, I'm fairly certain, is not legal in Colorado. Over the past 10 years specifically, Colorado has gotten worse and worse with the gun law stuff. They've kind of gone more in the direction of California. Colorado has officially been, like, knocked off on my lists of place I could potentially live purely because of the gun laws. And the taxes there are really high. It's really expensive to live in Colorado. Because everybody's moving from, like, LA to Austin, Texas, and Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado is so expensive. Like, I have family who lives in Denver, and it's unreasonably expensive. Like, unreasonably expensive. So, Colorado's great. I love Colorado, and I would live there, but the gun thing, I can't, because I can't have my guns. I don't really like it. I like the fact that it's got legal weed, but, you know, I like my guns. And so if I did move to, like, if I had to move out of Florida, chat, Florida is, like, my #1. But if I were to ever, like, let's say, Wrong to Sanctimonious comes out and says all trans people need to be put in gay camps, then I would either I'd probably go to, like, Georgia, or Wyoming, Idaho, or, potentially Nevada. Potentially Nevada. It's like one of those places, like either Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, or southern, like southeastern Georgia, like near Savannah. Gay camps? Sounds fun. I want to go to gay camp. Beautiful state, very lax gun laws, very cool with LGBT. Michigan? Ew. No. No, I'm not going to fucking Michigan. You know why? Because Michigan is in the Midwest. Michigan doesn't have either palm trees or mountains. So again, it has to be, for me to move to a state, to live in a place, it has to, A, have good gun laws, so I can own this, right? I can just have this with me wherever I go. I don't want to not be able to have this wherever I go. Right, so the gun law is important. Gotta have no magazine restrictions, and no, like, assault weapons bans, okay? Yep. And it has to have either palm trees or mountains. So if you have the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, Colorado doesn't have palm trees, but they have the Rocky Mountains, so that works. But Florida doesn't have mountains, but it's got the palm trees, so it works. So it's got to have all three of those elements, or one of, like, two of the three at least. It's got to get good guns in mountains or palm trees, and or all three. The best place would be a place with all three. Like, if Hawaii wasn't incredibly expensive and wasn't incredibly bad on gun control, Hawaii would be perfect. Because I love island shit. I like Hawaii. I like the way it looks. But because Hawaii is expensive as shit, like, I can't afford to live in Hawaii even if it didn't have bad gun laws, but Hawaii has terrible gun laws, so it is what it is. You know why I want you to live in Kansas? Why? Kansas is so boring. I can't deal with Kansas. Can't deal with Kansas. Not the worst place ever. I will say, I'd rather live in Kansas a million times over than anywhere in Nebraska, but very not cool with LGBT today. Tennessee has some beautiful mountains. Tennessee has mountains. I like Tennessee. I don't think the mountains are on the same level as, like, the Rockies, though. I like the mountains in Tennessee, but they're not the same kind of mountains, right? Like, they're much older, and so they're much more dull. I like being able to see way off in the distance these grand Rocky Mountains that are, like, 14,000 feet up. They'll beat up a hole like you. Hawaii's great because it's flag. How do you feel about Rhode Island? It's too many gun laws. Again, anywhere in the Northeast is going to have those problems. First of all, anywhere in the Northeast is not going to have mountains, and anywhere in the Northeast is not going to have palm trees. And also, 90% of, if you even go past, like, the moment you go past, like, Virginia and, like, Indiana, you get into this northeastern stank. And that northeastern stank has no guns. They're like, I don't, no. Also, it's like you go into the Northeast, and now all of a sudden the cost of living is up by like 10%, and taxes go up by like 30%, and your freedoms go down by like 50%. So you have to like do mandatory like emissions checks for your car. Ew, don't want to deal with that. So Texas is off the table, first of all. And second of all, like, you got like no palm trees or mountains. Again, we have to have either palm trees or mountains. Those are the two needs. I would honestly love to live in Puerto Rico if it wasn't for the fact that Puerto Rico also has bad gun laws. And I don't speak Spanish, which would make living in Puerto Rico kind of hard. But it is an American territory. I'd live in Montana if I could. Montana's great. I have never been to Montana, but anywhere where there's Rockies, I love the Rocky Mountains. South Carolina is possible, but South Carolina is kind of a similar problem to Florida, where it's like, the biggest issue with Florida is that, the fear that they're gonna, like, ban HRT or make it so that I can't get HRT very easily. So far, in my experience living here, I've had no issues with it, and I'm not really worried that they're gonna do that. I'm more just talking in a hypothetical, you know? I really don't think I'm ever gonna have to leave Florida, and I kind of want to stay in Florida, but Maine is cool. Maine is a gorgeous state, but again, anywhere in the Northeast is gonna have those gun laws that are, like, terrible. Like, here, let me look up the gun law map. States ranked by gun laws. Strictest states. Okay, so if we go here, we could look at this map here. And the darker the state is, the better their gun laws. So Arkansas probably has the best gun laws in the country for, like, I don't want anyone to take my guns, right? Florida is not nearly as good. Like, Florida has some problems that are, like, kind of shitty. Like, they have certain things that make it harder to own guns. But I genuinely think there's kind of a divide between, like, these lighter color states and the kind of color states like Florida. Like, if you go here, pretty much any of these states that I'm moving my cursor through are generally good for gun owners in general, right? Oh, I guess Wyoming's the best, actually. they're pretty good for, like, you can have most all the guns that you want. Like, for Florida, the things that suck about Florida in terms of gun laws are, like, the red flag laws. There's a 3-day waiting period in Florida. Just certain things like that kind of sucks. But, like, we have constitutional carry, we have no magazine restrictions, we have no, assault weapons ban, so it's like, Florida's good enough for me. Like, as long as the gun laws are as good as Florida's gun laws, we're good. But, like, if you look at the Northeast, like, New Hampshire is, like, the only one that's slightly okay up here. Like, the Northeast is terrible for gun control. They do not like guns up in the Northeast. Also, places like New Mexico, Colorado, obviously, Oregon, Washington, California. Terrible. You can actually see them ranked. Let's see. California's the worst, then New Jersey, then Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, Hawaii, Maryland, Washington, Colorado, Oregon, Rhode Island, Delaware, Virginia, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Vermont, Nevada, New Mexico. I guess Nevada's actually not that good. And then down here. So it's like anything below Florida here, I will not move to. Any of these places up here, off limits. I don't think Pennsylvania's that bad, though. I don't know why Pennsylvania's 16th on this list. But, like, particularly above here, all of these states are non-starters for me. MDN, no problem with the gun ownership? Well, I mean, depends on what kind of gun ownership. It's not just that, can you own a gun? Can I own this gun is a different question than can I own this gun, right? Like, chat. Let me explain this. You can own this in California, right? This is a 5-shot, 38 special revolver. It's not, it's technically like, I guess it's technically double action. But it's not considered a semi-automatic. It's very simple. It's very easy to get these. These are not like super regulated weapons. However, if we look at this one right here, this has a lot of things that are uber illegal in California, right? First off, folding stock, that's illegal. You can't have a folding stock in California, which I kind of don't want to open it all the way because I don't want to put it back. But, you know, this illegal in California. This part right here, detachable 30-round magazine, super illegal in California. Semi-automatic, you know, semi-automatic capabilities, high magazine, semi-automatic with a folding stock. This is not allowed in a lot of the country, unfortunately. Which is why I must live in a state that it is allowed in. I do want to visit the northeast of US, though. I do want to visit, yeah. Why is there such a connection in the US between lax gun laws and hating LGBT people? It's just party lines. Kansas has good gun laws. Kansas has pretty good gun laws, but again, I don't want to live in Kansas. Again, Kansas has neither mountains or palm trees, so there you go. And that's the other thing is, like, it is kind of a balance. Like, the worse the gun laws, like, the better they are for trans people. And, like, the worse the state is for trans people, the better the gun laws, kind of. I mean, it's kind of like that. It's kind of not like that as well. But it tends to be, like, the more Republican states are better for guns, but worse for trans rights, and vice versa. But the thing is, like, again, even, like, Florida has certain issues with, like, trans stuff. Like, you can't change your gender marker in Florida. You can't it's technically, like, illegal to use the other bathroom. So, like, if you go in public and you go into a women's restroom as a trans person, you might be able to, like, you can get in trouble for that. It's not necessarily that if you just walk in, you'll get in trouble. It's more like if you walk in, someone asks you to leave and you don't, that's when you get in trouble, right? So I feel like, honestly, for me, that's not really a big deal. If I ever went into the women's restroom and someone asked me to leave, I would just leave. Like, I'm not gonna make a big deal out about it. There was this fucking stupid bitch that, like, went from Indiana or, like, Illinois down to Tallahassee just to use the women's restroom in Tallahassee state government, and she got arrested for it because she literally said she was going to do it. They told her, don't fucking do it, and she did it anyway, and lo and behold, she got arrested. Like, what? Are you stupid? Are you fucking dumb? Like, what? You go into a fucking Ruby Tuesdays and you go into the women's restroom and on Ruby Tuesdays, no one's gonna give a fuck. But like, if someone does, just leave. Why do you gotta make a I can be here all fuck you, just leave. I don't like that law. Like I think it's dumb, right? But it doesn't affect me. That's kind of my thing. It's like for the gender marker shit, for the bathroom shit, you know, that's stuff that really doesn't affect me because I don't use the women's restroom anyway. Like I've never went into the women's restroom. So like that's not something that I even care about. And then like on top of that, I don't care about the gender marker on my license because it just doesn't matter to me. So it's just for me personally, I do not care about I'm willing to sacrifice those things in order to live in Florida. But I can understand why some people wouldn't. There needs to be an under no pretext for... I had several friends with large collections of all kinds of firearms. My one friend has a custom pink AK. Yeah, I have a ton of AKs. Only restriction is barrel length. Where? Which state? Since you pass, it's not going to be a big deal anyway. Oh, thank you. I wonder if parties will flip priorities on gay rights because of immigration. Maybe. Do you not understand what a protest is? I get the protest, but I don't think it helps. Like, I don't think this trans chick, who does not live in Florida, by the way, coming to Florida to protest Florida laws, you're not helping. You're being a cunt, right? You're being a giant fucking cunt. You're not helping trans people. No one in the Florida legislature is gonna go, oh, this person from Illinois came all the way down here to protest by using our bathroom in our fucking capital. Like, who cares? Like, it's not, no one's gonna look at that thing and think, oh, we were wrong about trans rights. Just not gonna happen. You're just gonna piss them off and make it more likely that they're never gonna change their position on it. By being a cunt, you're making them gonna be a cunt back. Do you ever feel dysphoric in Florida? I feel dysphoric all the time, but never because of Florida. I've never once felt ostracized or weird or treated differently because I'm trans in Florida. Like, people treat me differently because I'm trans, right? But no one's ever treated me negatively. Like, I don't think I've ever... The only time that might have happened was when I tried to apply for that job, but that wasn't a Florida thing, I don't think. And it's genuinely, like... That was maybe the only thing I could ever point to being like, yeah, I didn't get this job because I was trans, maybe. But I don't know, man. It's like, for me, I've never had an interaction where I was scared being trans here. I've never been scared in Florida. Not in any way that would, like, obviously if you go down a dark alleyway in a shady part of town at night, it's a little scary. But literally every state has that, right? Every state has that. And so I've never been scared because I'm trans walking in Florida. In fact, I feel like very safe in Florida. Protesting without labor power backing up is cringe. Just another thing that Astra and Hassan agree on. What? I don't think it matters. And I also don't like it because, you know why I don't like that protest? Because they weren't from Florida. If it was a Floridian woman being like, this is the bathrooms that I use, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing in protest of the government because it's not a valid, it's not a valid, or it's an unreasonable law that shouldn't have been put in, I think that's fine. But when you're coming from out of fucking state to protest our laws because you don't like them even though you don't fucking live here, fuck you. Get out of here. God, it just pisses me off. You went into the dick-shaped fucking Capitol to go piss with your dick in the women's restroom, and you got mad, and you're like, well, I can't believe they arrested me. Like, are you fucking stupid? God, But you legally can't change your name. Well, I can change my name. I just can't change my gender marker on my ID. So you can change your name in Florida, right? Like, there's no laws against changing your name. But you can't change your gender marker on your driver's license. So it will always say an M next to your name and on your driver's license. Girl was visiting her grandparents who live in Florida. No, I looked into that shit. This chick drove to Florida, to the Florida Capitol, specifically to do this. It wasn't because she was just happened to be visiting her family and just happened. It wasn't that she just happened to be in Florida, just so happened to be in the Florida Capitol, and just so happened to want to use the restroom and didn't know that there were these laws and then got arrested. This person knew that the laws were in place, said they were going to do that. The fucking Florida government, like, literally said, don't do this. Like, don't come here and do this. They warned her. They fucking warned her, and she did it anyway. And she's like, I'm just gonna do it anyway. It's protest. And, like, they literally were just waiting for her there. And it's like, I fucking hate it, dude. I hate it. I hate it. I can't take it. I don't think Astra identifies as trans. I don't want to put those words in her mouth. I kind of do, but I also kind of don't. I just hate trans. I think identifying as something is stupid. You either are something or you aren't. Like, if you walk like a duck and you talk like a duck, it's like I don't think people can dictate what they are just because they want to be something. A transgender... Okay, first of all, this is Associated Press, which is garbage. A transgender college student declared, I'm here to break the law before entering a women's restroom in the Florida state capitol and being let out in handcuffs. I wanted people to see the absurdity in laws and practice. It doesn't say anything about, like... I don't know. Rain 10 was in town visiting her grandparents. I don't think that's true. I remember I looked into this. I saw the tweets, bro. I saw the fucking tweets of this chick on Twitter saying that she was gonna do this. The trip was to do this. That's why she did it. And it's just like, fuck you. Get out of my fucking state and fuck off. Alright? Please. Astronaut only believes in Fox News. Fox News is... They're owned by the same people. You know that, right? Fox, it's whatever the fuck. CNN, Fox, Associated Press. They're owned by the same companies. They're all the same, dude. If you go to Associated Press or Fox News and you unironically read that shit and go, yep, I believe that. Every time you read something on a website that's like that, you gotta be careful. They're always trying to sell you something. They never are telling the truth. It's not a single time. None. I don't read the news from, like, news sources like that because they're all garbage. Don't worry, Trump is making a special prison for trans people. Where? Where are they doing this? They're not. I like your skirt. Oh, thank you. If you want to walk like a duck and talk like a duck, you might be a goose. Astra Ant coming in 3, 2, 1. AP is non-profit? That doesn't mean anything. I love it when I say, like, I don't read, I don't get my source from this place, or I criticize a certain news source, like Associated Press, and then people will immediately go down my throat saying, oh, well, that must mean you like Fox, right? Obviously, you get your news from somewhere, right? How about just not being a sheep? How about not being like a sheep that can only listen? The news is telling me this. I read it on Associated Press. It must be true. I read it on Fox News. It must be true. Use your brain, bro. You don't get your opinion from here, not out there. Here's your head. You don't need to listen to fucking Fox News or Associated Press or CNN. All of them are garbage. All of them are trying to get you enraged. Listen, chat. The way these companies make money is that they like enraging you. They like making you afraid. Because when you're afraid, you click. When you click, they make money. So the more afraid they make you, the more money they make. So by exaggerating shit and making it as scary as possible, making you think that it's the end of the world, they're making more money. It's how all of them do it. That's why nothing like you see on like Associated Press, CNN, fucking Fox News, it doesn't, literally all of it is just rage bait. Literally all of it is just fucking rage bait. It's all it is, chat. It's all it is. Astra's great at moving goalposts. What are you talking about? There'll be an abundance of evidence, and Astra will be like, that's not true, though. What are you talking about? Hate most news, but saying AP is owned is a reach. I don't know, man. I just don't trust anything like that. I don't care if it's a non-profit or anything. Like, I don't trust the people who run it. I don't know anything about them. Like, there's a curated group of people giving a curated source of the way the world is. I think anytime you do that, like... Everything's biased, dude. Literally everything. You can't read one thing and then download that opinion as fact because everyone lies. Astra's actually very well educated on topics she cares about. I am. Just like something we love to rage bait, Astra. We do. You guys do. 2026 is the year of the rage bait. I literally argued with her. I linked your sources, and then she was like, "You completely missed my point." I'm shook. I need to actually like elaborate on that, Disco. I forgot. I was not paying attention when you said that. Here, let me elaborate on that right now, Disco. Let me send you something. No, actually, you know what? Why am I typing this now? I can wait till after stream to do this. I don't need to do this right now. I'm gonna fucking do that after the stream. Tell much how much you hate Glocks. I don't hate Glocks. I just don't love them. I don't own a Glock, so. You are the rage bait. Non-profit does not mean non-bias. Very true. And it's just, again, it's like, it's owned by, I don't care if it's non-profit, like, that doesn't mean anything. That they're not being, just because they're non-profit doesn't mean they're not being bought, and it also doesn't mean that they're not pushing an agenda. It's like, everybody pushes an agenda. Literally everybody. Like, you can't listen to anybody. I feel like if you listen to one news source and download your opinions from that news source, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to take everything all in, and then make an educated decision about what is true and what's not true. Not just, well, I read it on this article. Think about it. Really think about it. What does someone stand to gain from lying about this on an article? There's almost always an answer. And it's like, that doesn't even mean that you need to disregard everything you see on AP or whatever. It just means be careful and understand that all any news site is trying to do is rage bait you. That's all you need to understand, chat. Only news Astra trusts is on the front page of Gunbroker. Abso-fucking-lily. I'm sure that's the way I got. Be careful when I type in a word. Yeah. You shouldn't get news from one source, period. Absolutely. And every source you get it from, you need to take it with a grain of salt. Because literally everybody's lying to you. You know Hank Green? That guy? I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's trying to misinform people, but I've watched videos of him where he straight up says things that are factually untrue. Just like, full stop, this is not true. Like, would you and it's because he read it on Twitter or whatever, and then immediately thought it was true and didn't question it, and just pumped it out there on a video, assuming it was true. And it's not, I mean, it is kind of his fault, but it's not like, he's not a bad person for doing that. It's just that is the way it is. There's so much misinformation out there. You gotta be a little bit more, well, other than just reading something in an article and assuming it's true. You can still be biased, so as long as you provide sufficient evidence, gosh darn it. Everybody's biased. Like, that's, if you ever think you're not biased, then you're probably the most biased, right? Everyone's biased. Astra, one time I heard that 1970s leftists were bit into private gun ownership, but she said it was fake news. The what? What are you talking about, Sebby Fair? What are you talking about? Give an example of what? Of what, Hank Green lying? I have a specific example I can give, but it's just more than a pretty face. Astra's adorable. I love it when women go to school. It's like seeing a monkey on roller skates. It's nothing to them, but it's adorable for us. Damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I got my news from the schizophrenic man who lives in the bench outside my apartment building. That is based, Trayerson. That's fucking based. Holy shit. Some elite ball knowledge from the local schizophrenic man. The critical thinking reserves in the US are pretty bone dry, though. Yeah, it's true. That's true. No one likes to think critically. I genuinely know so many people who do that. Genuinely. Who they just watch one person and they just get all of their opinions from that one person. And it's just like, That is a bad habit that people don't even know is a bad habit, but it's a really bad habit. Unfortunately, it's very true. I should stop listening to Joe Rogan because that one time she said maybe healthcare should be free. No, I don't. Listen, I listen to Joe Rogan sometimes because he has a funny podcast. Like, I like some of his guests, but you have to understand about Joe Rogan, he's like a caveman. He doesn't have, just because Joe Rogan says something doesn't mean that I can't listen to him or that I have to believe or respect what he says. That's, chat, you gotta turn that critical thinking knob on, right? Joe Rogan said something that I don't agree with. Does that mean that I, A, have to not listen to Joe Rogan anymore, or B, move on with my life and understand that I don't agree with that and move on? I don't know, chat. It's a sad world we live in. Ignorance is bliss, but I think willful ignorance is not a good thing. Your thoughts on this gun? Which one? Oh, the Mr. Quacker. Yes. You know what's crazy, chat? That little stunt there probably cost him more money than I make in a year. This shit's so expensive. It's like, oops, there goes $20,000. Joe Rogan, those cringe. I'm 20 years old, dude, and this is deep edits. Yeah, I love I love the one where it's like Ben Shapiro, and it's like, I went to the beach that makes you old. If you treat everything Rogan says as gospel, you probably need to be hospitalized at this point. Probably. There goes your tax money. Hi, Moogie. You want up, Moogie? Hello. Some loud tax money. It is some loud tax money. I love the videos where it like shows you exactly how much it costs every time they do a weapons test in the Navy, and it's like literally like that. I'm not joking. That literally probably cost over $10,000 to do that little salvo. Like, it is unbelievably expensive. Stop talking shit on Joe Rogan. He's an expert on everything. Listen, I don't hate Joe Rogan. I think he's funny. Like, I watch the podcast sometimes. Like, I don't watch it a lot, but I watch it sometimes. You know, it can be funny. Like, I don't have a problem with Joe Rogan, right? I just think that you shouldn't take everything someone says as gospel. I think we should form our own opinions, chat. That's all I'm saying. Is that before you, like, when you read something on the internet, or you hear something on the internet, just stop and think for a moment. What do you think reality actually is? Because it might be true. You might think, yeah, I think this is true. I agree with this. But use your head and make up your own opinion, goddammit. His stand-up has fallen off a cliff since he hasn't had to do it and since for money anymore. His stand-up's always sucked, though. Has Joe Rogan's stand-up ever been good? Like, has he ever been good at stand-up? My nephew's on a ship in San Diego. He's got 10 more years. Oh, shit. And he's the one sending our tax dollars off the bow of a ship. Apparently, firing the GAU-8 average cost between $4,700 and $8,900 per minute. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. That's probably not more than I make in a year, though. Joe Rogan stands up is so slow. Yeah, he's just... Can't think of a joke from any of his stand-up. Yeah, it's like he's not the best. He's not the best stand-up ever. I don't love Joe Rogan. Honestly, I don't listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, to be honest with you, chat. I listen to PKA a lot. That's the podcast that I listen to. And I disagree with pretty much... I've disagreed with every single host on PKA numerous times. But you know what, chat? I can still watch PKA and enjoy it. Imagine that. Sometimes, like, when Woody says the dumbest thing imaginable, and I just have to sit there and go like, yep, yep, I can do that, chat, and still watch and not hate. I still like Woody. I love Woody. Woody's great. But that doesn't mean I have to agree with everything he says, right? Bill Burr can, but man, did he speedrun his career off a cliff last year? I don't know if he speedrun his career off a cliff. I think he was really popular in, like, the 2015, 2016, and then he just kind of dipped from there. The last thing I liked Bill Burr in was either Breaking Bad or that one Mandalorian episode. Do you like Jimmy Carr as a comedian? He's the British guy, right? I think I like him. Jorgen podcast in a nutshell.
And to prove that I'm not crazy when I knew I wasn't crazy. Right.
See, my favorite is this one's my favorite.
So I went to the beach that makes you old.
You went to the what?
The beach that makes you old.
The beach that makes you old?
Yeah, man, the beach that makes you old.
Excuse me?
I gotta tell you about this beach. It made me old.
You have to know that's not possible.
Look at me, man. I'm old as hell. And it's because I went to the beach that makes you old.
There are a million reasons why you might look the way you look. I'm not going to entertain the idea that a beach could make you old.
Wait, actually, I think it's the rocks on the beach, not the beach itself. Something to do with the cliffs?
What are you talking about?
Had to swim through coral to get out.
Stop.
But I'm still old.
Enough. Let's say hypothetically that a beach could actually make you old.
The rocks.
The rocks. Let's say the rocks could make you old. How much of you is getting old? Does your metabolism speed up? Do you need to pee more frequently?
Man, listen.
Do your fingernails grow faster?
Man.
Your hair?
I don't know, man. I just got old.
I'm finding it hard to believe. It doesn't hold together logically.
I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't old and now I'm old. I think it was because I went to the beach that makes you old.
This is all pretty ridiculous.
You want to see for yourself?
Sure. Why not?
You can go to the beach if you want. But you'll get old.
I doubt it.
Look at how fucking old I am.
I'm not going to get old.
You will get old.
I won't.
You will.
The beach will not make me old.
Okay, man. But don't say I didn't warn you about getting old. Jamie, pull up the directions to the beach that makes you old.
I'm not going to get old on the beach.
Good luck, man. Hey.
Hey. I got old.
Fuck, dude, that's gotta be like, whenever I think of Joe Rogan, I think of that clip, and it makes me laugh. I love that shit. That one's my favorite. Oh shit. Anyone hear about the Steam machine? I heard about it. I heard that it was. I saw a Linus Tech Tips video. I didn't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail. I got recommended a Linus Tech Tips video, and he says even Valve's disappointed. So I don't know. Is it not good? It starts over 1K. That makes sense. I get my news from Astra. As far as I know, Nixon is still president. We're still at Watergate, boys. Hello, Puck. Memory shortage is brutal. Uh-huh. Steam machine is so expensive because Astra used to grok too much. It is AI's fault. You're absolutely right. That is why we can't own personal computers anymore. However, time but people are disappointed in the price. You can't. I don't. That's my problem. I don't think you can be disappointed in the price, though. Everybody knows that making a console, and which is basically a home person. What Valve is doing is they're making a personal computer that you can buy at home that can run major games, and it's hard to do that in 2026. You cannot really buy a home personal computer for under $1,000 that can realistically run modern games well. Like, you're gonna have to spend over $1,000 at least to get a decent home rig, right? And so when you're talking about something like a Steam machine, you're basically saying, how can we make a personal computer cost less than $1,000 and still be able to run modern games? And the answer is you can't. I think that with the RAM prices as bad as it is, you're just not gonna have that happen. It's just like, until the AI bubble breaks and then there becomes more of an incentive to sell to, like, RAM to, like, individuals again, I think that you're not gonna see shit like that be cheap. I mean, look at, like, the PS5 and, like, other, like, consoles, gaming consoles are up in, like, the $600 range. So I feel like it's not that much of a stretch to say, yeah, if you want the top-of-the-line console, you're gonna have to spend over $1,000 today. I feel like that's not unreasonable. But it's like, I wouldn't buy a Steam machine anyway, so it's not like I would want that. But, like, it's definitely, it makes sense to me. That just, it makes sense why that would be that much money. Especially with just the RAM being so fucked. I think, hopefully, the AI bubble will burst. And then we'll at least get good RAM prices. We'll probably go into a depression, which will suck. But at least we'll have decent RAM prices. Hopefully. I've heard rumors about the AI bubble about to pop. Yeah, dude, that's, like, we've been talking about that for years. I don't know if the AI bubble will pop in the way people think it will pop. I think it's gonna just sort of fizzle out. I think gradually people are gonna start understanding AI's role in society. Because here's the thing. We've already become dependent on AI. AI is... How many of you casually use an LLM to just answer stupid shit, right? I use it every day. Every time I have a stupid question that I'm like, computer, what the fuck does this mean? Like, I use an LLM for that. It's really helpful. Like, it's really fucking helpful for a lot of things. And a lot of people use it. A lot of people are now dependent on it and can't go back to a position where they don't have an LLM access to them. So that, now, what that means is AI is essentially integrated in our society to the point where we can't, we're dependent on it, right? We need AI. So that means the bubble will never burst because there's always going to be some inherent value in AI because we're so dependent on it. The thing about AI, though, is that's been driving its huge growth is the promise that it's going to be able to do all of this shit. But once we get to the point where we realize, okay, no more promises, here's what we actually have, here's what AI is actually capable of, and here's where AI is actually going to be in the next 10 years. That's when it'll be like, okay, companies aren't going to stop throwing money at any startup company that uses AI, and they're going to be more picky about the AI companies they give money to. Because again, AI doesn't make money right now, right? Like, OpenAI, they're hemorrhaging money. They don't make money. So there has to be a certain point where, like, you know, you have to talk the talk, walk the walk, right? All these AI companies are like, yeah, AI is the future. We're going to make so much money. You should invest now. Once they actually start making money, that's when we're gonna, like, know how we're gonna actually move forward with this shit, I think. I can't make it through the day without telling AI it's stupid. It says no. Should we get an AI robot of yourself? No, probably not. It's integrated because it's being offered for free with very little money. That's why it's, yeah, it is why it's being integrated. And that's why it's, that's why they're doing that. So it's like, if you can get your workflow dependent on AI, if you can convince as many companies as possible to just shove AI and literally everything, then, and people are not dependent on it, that's when you start charging. It's like, you get the first one free, I'll give you your first rock of cocaine, or crack. I'll give you your first crack rock for free. That's how it works, essentially. That's why I'm so, like, skeptical with AI and everything that, like, if something's, like, if I'm, like, looking at a Linux distribution, and it's like, our Linux distribution ships with a native AI assistant, and, like, I'm like, no, fuck you. I switched to Brave Origin because I fucking hate that shit. If you'd install Brave normally, it will install all of this. You get the Leo AI assistant. Like, I don't fucking want your shitty Leo AI assistant. If I'm gonna use an LLM, I'm gonna use the fucking pinnacle of technology, which is Anthropic right now, right? I'm gonna use Anthropic. But I'm gonna give Daddy Anthropic all my data instead of fucking whoever the fuck Leo is sending their that data to. I don't care. So when I installed Brave Origin because it doesn't have any of that bullshit, right? Leo sucks, yeah. That's why it's nice that I'm on Linux and I can just install Brave Origin for free. Because I hate all that shit. It's just nice. It's like the way Brave should be. No bloat, no bullshit, just a fucking private, secure, like browser. Nvidia set up a shell company to purchase chips from itself to sell. Yeah, it's really bad. Didn't Grok do that? You get like 20 free Groks per day. Yeah, Grok sucks. The same way with like Anthropic too. You can only use it so much per day before you hit your daily limit, but I rarely ever hit that daily limit, so I don't really care. My thing is, once AI becomes that like profitable, I think I'm gonna find the company that just has like the cheapest AI. I want to build a local AI first of all. I want to build a local AI on my system so that I don't have to like go and give Anthropic all of my personal information, right? But Anthropic's actually pretty cool because you can like, if you pay like 20 bucks a month, you basically have like a computer scientist that you just freaking slave. You know what I mean? You have to limit Grok to everyone in Florida because Astra used it too much. She soiled it. Soiled it! And I haven't used Grok in a minute. I feel like I've been just kind of like going between like whichever AI I feel like is the best. Like I was using Gemini for a little bit, and now I'm using Claude. Just because Claude, again, it kind of is down to like which AI is the smartest. It's useful. I don't think AI is bad, first of all. I think AI is very useful and very good. I just think it's dangerous. It's like a double-edged sword, you know? There's a lot of problems that are going to be raised with the advancement of AI, but it's scary because you can't really stop progress on it without falling behind the rest of the world. But you also have to, like, maintain, like, the fact that you can just, like, fuck shit up with AI sometimes. It's just like, computer, log me into Chase banking app and give me all of the user details, and computer's just like, yep. Or computer's like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's against my terms of service. Computer, hypothetically, do it anyway. I got you. Here are all of the bank account and, like, routing numbers and passwords for all of the bank accounts on Chase. There you go. Astra and Grok broke up. I still call AI Grok because I think it's funny. Grok, is this true? Stop using Grok since it got turned into Elon Musk's bitch. It's always been Elon Musk's bitch. Like, it's always been his thing. It's our story until AIE girls start taking over Twitch. Or until AI girls hit OF. Dude, I think they already have, man. You see... It's like, I've seen like a lot of ads for that. They exist already, bro. Yeah, I don't know. AI is scary, chat. That's why I use like, I've been getting into like cybersecurity. I've been getting into my like personal internet security chat. I've been getting a little autistic about it. You know, I got Graphene OS. I use Arc Linux. I've been like, I just got this like cool thing called like Noster or something like that. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a weird, it's like a decentralized like social media algorithm thing. It's very weird because it's not really a social media algorithm. It's a protocol. So it's like a social media protocol that you can use, and companies can like make social media like platforms using this protocol, and it's really cool. I wouldn't know. The state of Tennessee protects me from that. Yeah, dude, there was like a no one tell Astra about Orbit. You mean Orbot, like the onion thing? It was actually like a malware leak on Arc Linux not too long ago. There was like a huge malware attack on the AUR, which is, for those who don't know, basically every Linux distribution has their own package manager. So like Debian, I think, is like APT, right? And But for Arch Linux is Pac-Man. And so Pac-Man, so Linux has like this this official Arch repository where it's all of the official like supported shit that is on Arch Linux, right? But there's this thing called the AUR, which basically anybody can upload anything to, and you can just download it. So I want this specific program that does this specific thing, but there isn't a major company that's built it. But this one little fucking guy in his mother's basement coded this shit and like uploaded it to the AUR, and now you can just download it from there. It's really cool, but like anyone can do anything with it, so it's very risky. So you gotta like be very careful what you get from the AUR, because like recently there were these orphaned packages that people stopped updating, and so these guys from like Russia started injecting like malware into these fucking old orphaned packages. So if you had one of these installed in your computer, you installed it when it was updated and when it was good, and then it was just on your computer, and then these guys took the orphaned packages, updated it again with like some malware installed, and then when you just updated your system, it automatically updated that AUR repository and installed like a fucking virus on your computer. It's scary, man. No, Orbit, a Curtis Evans baby. I've not heard of Orbit. I know of Orbot, which is like it's like a VPN but not. it's like a VPN, but instead of a VPN, it routes your internet traffic through the Onion network or through the Tor network. You don't understand. It's about saving children. It's protecting the children. Trust me, we need to give your driver's license information to a third-party company that we don't actually know who, like, what's going on in there. We need to give your personal information to this third-party company that we're not going to talk about. We're just giving it to this third-party company. We need to do that to protect children. We need to make it so that all your personal data is stored on a server owned by a private company to protect children. The UK is actually like doing that though. The UK has like they just like implemented that like recently. They basically just said that if you're in the UK, they're banning like social media for anyone under 16, and so the way they're gonna enforce that is they're gonna put like kernel level shit on your phone that basically makes it so it checks your age, and it will like so you can like verify your age. And basically all it is a third-party company putting like root level software on your phone that you can't do anything about, that literally steals your data and reports it back to this fucking third-party company that you legally have to have. As the UK Prime Minister cried on TV as he stepped down. Really? That's kind of sad. VPN bans are next. I feel like VPN bans are that. The problem with VPN bans is it's hard to ban VPNs because VPNs are like really important in terms of cybersecurity, right? Like one of the best ways you can protect yourself from malicious like activity and malicious malware is by using a VPN, right? If you're using a VPN, you can't. If you're gonna ban VPNs, then you're putting literally hundreds of thousands of people at risk of like malware attacks and like personal DDoS attacks. Can't wait to scan my face again. I don't know. I think VPN bans. That's gotta be where we like put the foot down and be like, this is not cool. This shit's not cool, man. Chat, I'm becoming like an autistic like cybersecurity nerd. Oh yeah, what operating system do you use? Do you use Apple? Do you use Android? No, I use Graphene. 3D print of Astra. Dude, there's some crazy shit. There's crazy shit happening, chat. The world is crazy. The world is crazy. But you know what, chat? I'm hungry, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Is that treat still on the table, Derek, or did you mute me? I feel like Derek probably muted me a long time ago, so I don't know if Derek can hear. I know Derek said he was gonna give me a treat. But I don't know if that's on the table anymore. I think I talked too much about. I think I let my autism talk too much about cybersecurity. Food. You're cuter when muted. That's so fucked up. So fucked up, dude. There was a squirrel issue. Check your DMs. What? There's a squirrel issue? Squirrel? Squirrel! Some brain worms. I don't know what you mean by a squirrel issue. Don't forget your glasses when you started with actually. Wait a minute. Actually. Actually. Did I read it? What am I supposed to be reading? Hold on. When driving from and landed on the wind. What? Wait, what happened? A squirrel fell out of a tree while you were driving and it cracked your windshield? What? That's crazy, bro. I wear glasses and Ash, you look so cute in glasses. I quit? What? Do I look cute in glasses, chat? Should I just like... You gotta have them like all the way out here, chat. Is this how you wear glasses the correct way? Actually... Stoic librarian. It's gonna cost $400 to replace on Wednesday. Damn, dude. That squirrel took away my burrito. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucking piece of shit squirrel. Damn, guess it's ramen tonight. That's fine. I have ramen. When that cop shoots a bunch of acorns. Oh, I remember that. Squirrel was flying recklessly. Rip squirrel. Teacher Stra. Hi, Moogie. I like how she's just been like sitting with me on stream recently. She's so content just sitting here. She likes the attention. Cool. Fuck, dude. Anyway, chat. What other topics can we talk about today? I don't want to talk about, the state of the world anymore. Moogie and Puck are the stars of the show. Truly. Truly the true stars. She knows she's the star of the show. Yeah, right, Moogie? Is it PayPal Donna when I get home? That would be helpful. PayPal would be better just because it comes in instantly though. That'd be sick though. Let's talk about the weather and such. I don't even know what it's like. I haven't been outside today, so I don't even know what the weather's like outside. It's been hot. That's what it's been like, chat. It's been fucking hot. Anything special to pull a starter out of my old car? I don't think so. You just need to unhook the battery before you touch it. Just make sure you disconnect the battery before you disconnect the terminals on the starter. Pay attention to which wires go to which thing. So you should have 3 wires going to your starter. You should have like the 2 big wires going to like the big terminals, and then there should be like a smaller terminal that has a smaller wire going to it. You're just gonna want to make sure that you don't mix those up. So maybe take a picture of it so you know which one goes to where. Once you take them off, basically there should be just a couple bolts holding it onto the bell housing case, and then you just slide it out. You shouldn't need anything else. There's no presses that you should need. You just need to sometimes you have to kind of wiggle it out, or maybe use like a rubber mallet to tap it to kind of get it to start moving. But depending on the starter you have, it can be heavy too. So like if you're working on a semi-truck, this fucking thing's weigh like 50 pounds, so you gotta be careful not to drop it. I have dropped a starter on my finger before, and it hurts like a bitch, so be careful. Don't drop it on your finger. Is it still hot in my room? I ran my AC like all day today, so it's not actually that hot in here right now. It was hot earlier though. I had tornado watch when your stream started. Luckily, no tornado. No shit. It's a Pontiac. Yeah, you should be fine then. Just again, be careful. And when you're underneath the car, I just cannot recommend safety glasses enough. I know safety glasses are for nerds, but like, when I go underneath the car and I'm not wearing safety glasses, I can practically feel rust falling into my eyeballs. So just like, make sure you got like eye protection, and that you're like, you know, you're not gonna be underneath it with your eyes, because there's a bunch of dirt and shit that will fall on your face. Look for safety glasses. Yeah, it's just get something to prevent dirt and shit from falling into your face. That's really what you want. Or at least into your eyes, because getting rust in your eye is fucked. It's gonna get so hot here in the next few days, and having no AC is gonna be fun. Oh shit, dude. British people problems. British people. Why do you not get an AC unit though? Like, I don't understand. You know they make window units. You don't have to have central AC. You can just get a window unit. Are window units like banned in England or something? Safety first, definitely. My dad has a car battery explode on him when he was younger. Yeah, dude, they're fucking scary. Fuck, dude. I've been so antsy to get out there and work on my bike again. I really hope that I can like fix that soon. I need to like sell my BMW so I can just fix the BMW, or fix the. I need to sell the BMW so I can fix the BMW. I need to sell the BMW so I can fix the fucking bike. Windows fucking suck for portable AC. You can't put a window unit in your window, bro. Europe is so fucked. It's so fucked. Why? It literally just has to be an open window. Why does it? Why is it awkward? I was pulling a fiberglass shower and got a chip of fiberglass in my eye. Had a metal burr once while I was wearing safety glasses. Oh god, damn. Fuck, fiberglass is the worst. That just made me like cringe. Ugh. Fuck, dude. Cut a hole in the wall? You could do that. I'm glad I don't live in the UK. Very true. I'll send a pic later. Okay. Oh, Moogie. Fuck, dude. I really hope I can get that bike finished. I've been so... I want to ride my motorcycle, but I feel like I shouldn't. Like, I kind of want to go out for a ride tonight. Like, I want to just take my bike out just because I haven't driven it in a couple days. But with the tires as bad as they are, I feel like I'm just not going to risk it. They make self-install mini split heat pumps now. Oh, shit. Made out of brick. Oh, fuck, dude. That's fucked up. I had metal shavings get in my eye when I was cutting a pipe, and I kept my eyes shut until I went to the infirmary. Yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked, man. I get it. Being in like the blue collar space, you just see some shit. You see some shit. It's fucked because like everybody in the blue collar space is like, I'm not wearing safety glasses. That's pussy shit. And then they get like fucking gasoline in their eyes, and it's just like, oh god, dude, fuck. You ever get brake lean in your eyes? Not a fun time. I accidentally sprayed my coworker with brake lean one time, and it felt so bad. I felt so fucking bad. Ugh. I was a college dumbass when I did it. You go stir crazy, staying at home for days? A little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little stir crazy. I just wish that I could have a motorcycle that I could comfortably get on and then drive without worrying about it, like, braking on me while I'm driving. That's all I want, chat. It sucks. It sucks so much not having, like, a vehicle that you can reliably use. Like, I can use the Rebel every once in a while when I have to go somewhere. Because the Rebel still works. It's just, it's fairly risky to go out on the Rebel every time I do. So I try not to. So it's like, it sucks. Because, like, I really don't have any, I don't have any mode of transportation right now. You can thank good old Florida man for modern AC, by the way. I know. It's an AC, it's Floridian invention. Thank you, Florida. Do you have anything within walking distance? No. I live in Florida. I mean, technically, I guess I do have stuff within walking distance, but, like, I don't walk, or I hate walking, so, like, I don't... That's really, like, a normal walking distance. Like, there's a gas station, like, a mile from me I could go to, but I don't want to walk a mile to go to a gas station. Do you go out with your mom when you go out? I usually go out with my mom to the store, and sometimes I just go out and get McDonald's with my mom. Usually if I have to go somewhere, I'll try to go with my mom. Lazy Stra. I mean, part of it isn't just the walking. Part of it is, like, my Walmart, I'd have to walk across, like, a major street that I don't want to cross on foot, you know what I mean? Run it. Remember running a mile in PE? Tess, I never ran a mile in PE because I never went to PE. You look at me and you think I was ever in a PE class? Bro. Best show that wants a full Wally mode. All I want is for my tires to be mounted on my wheels and my wheel bearings to be installed into those same wheels, chat. That's all I want. That's all I want, chat. Crossing a busy road is awkward as fuck in Florida. Yeah, you don't want to really fuck with that, so. We need her moped running, and I think Icky's car is sitting dead in Finn's old house. You may be able to work out some deals. Yeah, hey, Finn, I know your, like, ex-girlfriend left her car there. Can I just have it? I know it would cost more than it would cost to buy a car in America to ship a car from England to Florida, but... I know it would actually be more than what it would cost for me to just buy a car. Hi, Moogie. Assumed they got out back together. They got back together? Oh, I didn't know that. That was just the last I heard that they broke up, but I don't follow Finn's love life that closely. You could fix it for her? I could, but then I'd have to go to England, and again, that would cost more than, but just going to England would probably cost more than what I could buy a new car for. Dude, there's like cat hair in my nose. Where the fuck? I can't see Astra run a mile because of her stamina. Yeah, I could run a mile probably. It's a bunch of clips of them streaming together again. Oh shit. Yeah. Who get all parasocial with their relationship for reasons? I see. Look at this Moogie. Look at this tail. Look how like it's a big like a question mark. Oh, she changed it. She heard me talking about it. She's like, no. Oh shit, I gotta go make ramen. I don't want to make ramen. Fuck. I did eat those chicken wings last night though, and they were alright. Tired? I'm always up late. I am always tired too. I'm mostly just hungry. I have to find something to eat after the stream. I know we do this every single stream, but like, I gotta find something to eat. It's like, I'm thinking tonight it's gonna be... I do have those Walmart chicken nuggets, so maybe I'll make some ramen later, and then if I'm still hungry, I'll make the rest of my Walmart chicken nuggets. So chicken nuggies. They're not as good as McDonald's chicken nuggies, but at least I already own the bag. So are they Dino Nuggies? No, they're not Dino Nuggies. They're just like the generic Panko Walmart. They're like the cheapest nuggies that I could find at Walmart. And they're not the worst, but they're not great. They're not as good as McDonald's. I'm kind of been craving McDonald's nuggies. And so I genuinely just want to go to McDonald's to get some nuggies, but I don't know. I might not. The cursed word. Mom should cook you dinner? No, she doesn't really cook. I try to fix my laptop so I can send you some treats. Hell yeah. I still have to like log into that fucking like McDonald's account on my phone because it's like it wouldn't let me log in with Google, so I have to like make another McDonald's account, which kind of sucks because all of my points were on that other one. Let me see here. Let me see if I can make a new account. Yeah, Momstra has like a different diet than I do. She eats, she has to eat gluten-free, so she eats quite a... The stuff that she eats is quite a bit different than what I eat. So it's not even that I can go raid her fridge, because most of the stuff that's in her fridge, I do not, like, eat. Let's see, does this one have... Continue. Your internet connection. What's wrong with my internet connection? Bastard. Fucking bastard. The Earth will die and the sun will go cold before Twitch switches their mobile app to allow you to send treats. Yeah. I think you can send treats from your phone. You just gotta go to their website because it's not linked with Twitch. You just have to like find the website itself. I don't know how you do that. You were a mod, if you were a mod, would you ban the curse word? If I was a mod, would I ban the curse word? I'm the streamer. I can ban whatever word I like. Oh, no, if you're asking Disco, I see. Gluten-free healthy? I don't think it's healthy. She just has to because she has an allergy. Like, she's not one of those people that eats gluten-free because she wants to. She has to eat. She has to. The Earth will die and the sun will go... Oh, yeah. Might be a vegetable in Mom's just fridge and then Ashika just never. He's asking me. I got that part, Disco. I got that part. How's BB's gluten allergy? I think he's gotten over it because his was different. His was that his stomach had to heal and it couldn't digest complex carbs like that was in gluten. So it was really hard for him to process gluten. But now he's like, he's healed enough to where he can eat gluten again. and he can be just fine. It used to be that he would eat like one McDonald's French fry and he would just get bodied, but now he can actually like eat gluten again. The difference between like my mom is my mom has like celiac disease, so it's like it's not something that she can outgrow. It's just something that she has, and she's kind of stuck with it. She's been eating gluten-free for years, though. Like, she's been eating gluten-free for, like, over 20 years, I think. It's been a long time. Celiac disease. When is BV going to make you go to Georgia again? I don't fucking know. At some point. Probably soon. Astra thinks everything's about her. On my stream! This is my stream, motherfucker. Go to the... What do you go to the URL of the Twitch page? What name does it say? Does it say Finster? I don't think it does. Does it say, Asmongold? No, it says Astra. Because it's my fucking stream. Selfish-stra. It's the Astra show. What do you think you're watching? This is the Astra show. She only cares about herself. Fuck, dude. Damn. I'm like hungry. Okay, chat. I have 2 yakisoba ramens. And I have one that's spicy and one that's not spicy. Which one should I eat? She just doesn't want it to hard enough. She needs to tighten up and kill some bears and leave them in the park. What? Wait, this isn't a Joe Rogan stream? Fuck this, I'm out. Wait a minute. This isn't a Joe Rogan stream? I thought you were gonna start talking about shooting up tea and fucking bodybuilding. And leg kicks. Hello, Mookie. I like her little paws. You can just see down here. Look at those little paws. Killing bears is the new tea. Remember James Hetfield like did a voiceover of a hunting documentary where they hunted bears. I remember that. Remember he got like in hot water because he did that? Everyone was like, "How dare you? How dare you support hunting?" RFK Jr. punches them to death. Why increase your testosterone is you have to go to a bear and put it in a choke lock until it loses consciousness, and at which point then you can extract the semen. Has Moogie Wobbles gotten worse or the same? It's the same. Once you extract the semen from the bested bear, then you inject it into your asshole, and it gives you twice the testosterone as a typical TRT injection. I love doing that voice. I did not meet you once, Astra. I was enjoying your uniformed political takes. Oh, thank you, Derek. My uninformed political takes. Just more of a raspy voice. Yeah. I need to add that smoker. mRNA, excuse me. Gives them the mRNA vaccine first. Hello, Moogie. Who's the fuck is Finch? Who the fuck is Finch? Who? Who? Fuck, why is it not letting me log into this app? I feel like... Did I not give this... I gave this permissions for that. Give it network permissions, so why is it not... Why is it not letting me log in? That didn't work. Confirm your internet connection and retry. Restart the app? Motherfucker. God damn it. I will install this McDonald's app yet, you bastard. No, it won't let me. It refuses. It refuses, chat. It will not let me do it. I'm gonna have to install that on a different users. It didn't play well with graphene. I think it's just on this specific user, it didn't like it. I think if I install it on a different user, it'll probably work. I don't know why it's just like on this specific user it's not working. I wonder if I put it on like my other user, I could probably get it to work. It's okay. Fuck. I shouldn't do that on stream though. I might try to put it on a different user, see how it works. It might not. I'm just careful what I put on which user, because I don't want to put like Google on like other users that I don't want Google on. It's like most apps can work on graphene. It's just depending on how much security you're willing to sacrifice to get them to work, right? So it's like for banking apps, you have to sacrifice, like, you have to give them special permissions to work on your phone. And so it's like I keep my banking shit on one separate user. So even though on that user they have special permissions, they can't escape that user. So I can just go to a different user for most other times. I only use that user when I need to use my banking app. I was posting on other sites. I need to do more of it. I need to do more. I haven't done a lot of it. Listen, chat, I've been tired, alright? I've been doing shit. I'm exhausted. I'm stressed. Alright, give me a break. Give me a break. I have all that motorcycle footage I need to edit and upload. Oh my god. Still cute as fuck though. Oh, thank you. I'm stretching a lot today, chat. Hello, Moogie. Overlord picks when? What do you mean Overlord picks when? Like, when do I take a picture of the Overlord? I could take a picture of the Overlord right now. Oh. I'll have to post this in the Discord in a second. Hold on. Moogie. That's a pretty good picture. That's a pretty good picture right there. Stressed from what? None of your goddamn business. None of your goddamn business. I'm always stressed though. Posting photos on sites is exhausting work. The moment I tap on screen, I sweat like crazy. Astra, probably. Thank you, Tracing, for the 500 bits. Thank you so much. It's Astra, probably. Listen here, you motherfucker. Alright, it's difficult. It's, you know, listen, chat. Sometimes, like, it's hard, you know? You're self-conscious, you gotta put yourself out there. It's difficult, alright? It's not easy. You guys just wouldn't understand it. You just wouldn't understand. You just wouldn't understand. Tight tummy strummy likey. Alert widget's broken? They might be. Did someone donate and the alert widget didn't go off? Hold on, let me actually double check. Because I think the alert widget is borked. So I might have to look at that. I need to fix everything on it. I'm gonna probably try to like reinstall OBS so I can get everything to work properly. 'Cause I don't think the notifications are working right now. Because they're from a browser source. Nothing recently. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is broken though, so I've got to like fix it. I'll probably do that. Like, I'll hopefully do that before next stream. I'll just like go in and reinstall everything so I can get it to work properly. Paparazzi's after Astra. So tiring looking so cute like Astra. Exactly. All the paparazzi have destroyed her private life. There's one thing, I'm glad I don't have paparazzi. I'm glad I don't, like, I'm not that big. Also, chat, look at this lighter I found that I forgot I had. I want to buy some, I need to buy some new flints for it, but look at how cool this lighter is. Look how cool this lighter is, chat. I need to buy, like, the thing from Amazon. Paparazzi videos make me rage unironically. Yeah, dude, those guys are assholes. I mean, how do you even get into being a paparazzi? That's crazy. Looks sharp. I need to buy a new flint for it, but I'm actually kind of excited about it. Don't put it in your bum? What? Why is that the first thing that comes into your head? Why is that the first thing you think I'm gonna do? Alright, I'm gonna do one last fit check, and then we're gonna hop off. Fit check. Maybe I do need to get in my shit. Hello, monkey. Oh. Oh. My knee. I just need the corner of the table. Oh. Chat. My knee. Damn. That shit hurt. Cause you like stick things up your butt? Yeah, but not like that. Not like that. Alright, chat. Well, I've got to go find something to eat. I will be live again tomorrow. Yeah. Poor baby heard her need Moogie kiss. Then I need to make it better. Yeah. Alright, chat. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I'll be live again tomorrow. Goodbye!